Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to That's a Shoot. This week we're gonna do the predictions for deadline, which is tonight. Actually, I'm filming this on the Saturday, so this is what it is. I'm not gonna do like I normally do. I go through and truly just break down, you know, each match or anything like that. I'm gonna just do a really quick one here of just doing the regular things. Just giving you my predictions for each match. We'll start with what's gonna open the show. We announced that on NXT. Obafemi versus Ricky Saints last night on SmackDown. It became even more stuff, even more stakes on it as Cody Rhodes said the winner of that match will take on will take on him at the Saturday night's main event. So um, I'm gonna say Ricky Saints here. I think that is kind of the way it is. Oba is he's ready for the main roster. It just have to find for him something to do, and I think you know. Now you can say, well, you can have Oba win and then he's on the main roster, but he's gonna still got to go to NXT and be the NXT champion. And I know they did it with Kevin Owens, but I think if Oba Femi goes to the main roster, you gotta have Oba Femi. You know, I'm saying Oba Femi might be great. You know, he might be the next big thing. So yeah, I'm gonna say Ricky Saints wins the NXT championship. When it comes to the men's Iron Survivor challenge, you got Javon Evans taking on Joe Hendry, taking on Miles Bourne, taking on Dion Lennox, taking on Leon Slater from TNA. The men's Iron Survivor challenge. I don't think Leon Slater is going to win. I think he is, like I said, TNA, and I think he's the X Division champion. Um, Dion Lennox, he's in dark state, so I don't think he's gonna win because the winner is gonna get a shot at the NXT champion at New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So I don't think it'd be Dion Lennox. Um, Miles Bourne could be a shot. They've been giving Miles Bourne a push um, this year, so that could be that one. There's Joe Hendry, which listen, it's Joe Hendry. He's a star. And then there's Javon Evans, and I think this is the way you gotta go because I think as Javon Evans has been coming up on the main roster and he's been well, showing that he can belong up there. I would think that Javon Evans should be able to hold the NXT championship before you put him on the main roster. So, and I think it's perfect. And the way they've kind of had the things going between Ricky Saints and Javon Evans, I think it makes sense for Javon Evans to get the championship. So I think here we're gonna have Javon Evans win the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he'll face Ricky Saints in New Year's Eve, where he will win the NXT Championship. In the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, Sol Ruka, Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, and Kendall Gray. To me, this is the thing here. This is put up or shut up for Jordan Grace, right? Every title match Jordan Grace has been in on NXT, she has lost. So now you win the Iron Survivor Challenge, you go to New Year's Eve and you beat Lacey Jane. Is her name JC Jane? You beat JC Jane for the championship and you become the NXT champion, and then you drop it to Sol Ruka or whoever you want to drop it to at Stand and Deliver, and then you go to the main roster. I think that's got to be it. I think it's got to be it. So if it's not Jordan Grace, then why is she even in NXT? She could be doing well on the main roster. Like so many people have said before, the United States Women's Championship is, seems to be in dire straits. Not a lot of women are going for it. They put a lot of women in the tag team division, and listen, I think both Jordan and JC and Fallon for that matter are ready to be on the roster. And they all three of them could slide right into that division on SmackDown. Um, they also be with JC and Fallon. They also be put in the tag division. That being said, they just added Laney Reed, so I don't think that would happen At least not so far yet. Maybe they might split up after Stand and Deliver, and then you could obviously bring those two up I mentioned to the main roster. But Jordan Grace has to win this one. I don't think there's a it's fait accompli. She has to win it, or you're gonna start losing faith in putting her in title matches. The fans are gonna be like, well, she's never gonna win. She got to win something. For the North American Championship, I have no idea why they do this. Misty Iguana versus Ethan Page. I'm not even gonna even go act like this is some big deal. Ethan Page is gonna win. He better win. And that's all I have to say about that. And finally, Izzy Dane versus Tatum Paxton. Yeah, listen, I don't think Tatum Paxton, needs to get her revenge right now. You could have this start out to be a full rivalry that goes to NXT Stand and Deliver, but you have a special match for Izzy Dane and Tatum Paxton. I think you definitely could do that. So I'm not going to say that Tatum Paxton, automatically is going to win this one. I think that this could really be good for Izzy Dane as well to get this victory, prove that she is a threat as well. So I'm going to say Izzy Dane beats Tatum Paxton. So there you have it. Those are my predictions. Once again, Izzy Dane beats Tatum Paxton. Ethan Page retains his North American Championship. Jordan Grace becomes the Women's Iron Survivor. Javon Evans is the Men's Iron Survivor. And Ricky Saints retains the NXT Championship. Alright, guys, there you have it. I'm sorry for this as being, this, but I had a lot of other things to do yesterday and couldn't get to it. I haven't done my podcast in a couple of weeks, my sports podcast. I think for those of you guys who listen to that, be on the lookout. I'm going to do it like a thing where I'm going to do a podcast for both things and see if that works or whatever. I don't know. But I just know that it's let's be on the lookout for anything like that. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Post your comments down below, tell me what you guys think of my predictions. Give me your predictions as well. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I'm out.